Good afternoon, everyone. It's about 5:15 in the afternoon, a little before. Today is September the 1st, Labor Day. Hope you're having a good holiday today. We started in the book of Revelation yesterday. We're going to read through chapter 2 today. Unto the angel of the church of Ephesus write, These things saith that holdeth the 7 stars in his right hand, who walketh in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks. I know thy work, and thy labor, and thy patience, and how thou cannot bear them which are evil, that thou hast tried them which say they are apostles, and are not, and hast found them liars. And hast borne and hast patience, and for my name's sake hast labored, and hast not fainted. Nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. Because therefore, from whence thou art fallen, repent, and remember therefore from whence thou art fallen, repent, and do the first works, or else I will come to thee quickly, and will remove thy candlestick out of his place, except thou repent. But this thou hast, that thou hatest the deeds of the Nicolaitans, which I also hate. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the tree of life, which is in the midst of the paradise of God. And the angel of the church of Smyrna write, These things saith the first and last, which was dead and is alive. I know thy works, tribulation and power, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you in prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. And to the angel of the church in Pergamos write, These things saith he which hath the sharp sword with 2 edges. I know the works, and where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is, and thou holdest fast my name, and hast not denied my faith, even those days wherein Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you, where Satan dwelleth. But I have a few things against thee, because thou hast there them that hold the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel, and to eat things sacrificed unto idols, and commit fornication. So thou also then hold the doctrine of the Nicolaitans, which thing is I hate. Repent, or else I will come unto thee quickly, and I will fight against them with the sword of my mouth. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone, and a stone, a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that received it. And the angel of the church of Thyatira write, These things saith the Son of God, who hath his eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are like fine brass. I know thy works, charity and service and faith, and thy patience, and thy works, the last to be more than the first. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and seduce my servants to commit fornication, to eat things sacrificed unto idols. And I gave her space to repent of her fornications. She repented not. Behold, I will cast her into her bed, and them that commit adultery with her into great tribulation, except they repent of their deeds. And I will kill her children with death, and all the churches that know that I am he which searches the reins and hearts I will give unto every one of you according to your works. But unto you I say, and unto the rest in Thyatira, as many as have not this doctrine, which have not known the depths of Satan, as they speak, I will put upon you none other burden, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come. He that overcometh and keep my words unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as a vessel of potter shall they be broken to shivers. Even as I received of my Father, and I will give him the morning star. And he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. I want to point out that the 2nd chapter of Revelation is all in red, every verse. That means it was all Christ speaking through the whole chapter of the 2nd chapter of Revelation. I'll turn this over to Mark and have him read it for you again. Hope you all have a good evening. Revelation chapter 2. Unto the angel of the church of Ephesus write, These things
saith he that holdeth the 7 stars in his right hand, who walk in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks. I know thy works and thy labor and thy patience, and how thou cannot spare them which are evil, and hast tried them which say their apostles are not, hast found them liars, hast borne it, hast patience for my name's sake, hast labored, and hast not fainted. Nevertheless I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. Remember therefore from whence thou art fallen, and repent and do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly and remove thy candlestick out of his place, except thou repent. But this thou hast, that thou hatest the deeds of Nicolaitans, which I also hate. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To them that overcometh will I will give to eat of the tree of life, which is amidst the paradise of God. Unto the angel of the church of Smyrna write, these things saith the first and the last, which was dead and is alive. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. Thou art rich, and blasphemy of them that say they are Jews, or not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Fear not, none of those things which shall suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Thou art faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. The angel of the church in Pergamos write, these things saith he which is at the sharp sword with 2 edges. I know thy works, and where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is, and thou holdest fast my name, and hast not denied my faith, even in those days where Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you where Satan dwelleth. But I have a few things against thee, because thou hast there them that hold the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel, to eat things sacrificed unto idols, to commit fornication. So hast thou also then to hold the doctrine of Nicolaitans, which things I hate. Repent, or else I will come unto thee quickly, fight against them with the sword of my mouth. He hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone, and in stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saying, he that received it. And unto the angel of the church in Thyatira write, these things saith the Son of God, who hath his eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are like fine brass. I know thy works, and charity, and service, and faith, and thy patience, and thy works, and your name lasts more than the first. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou hast suffered that woman Jezebel, who called herself a prophetess, to teach and seduce my servants, to commit fornication, to eat things sacrificed unto idols. And I gave her space to repent of her fornication. She repented not. Behold, I will cast her into a bed, and them that commit adultery, her into great tribulation, except they repent of their deeds. He are children with death, and all the churches shall know that I am he which search the reins of the hearts, and I will give unto every one of you according to your works. But unto you I say, and the rest of Tyra, as many as have not this doctrine, which have not known the depths of Satan, as they speak, I will put upon you no other burden. That which ye have already hold fast till I come. He that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. He shall rule them with the iron of iron, as the vessels of potters shall be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father, and I will give unto him the morning star. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Well, what I get from reading this is that there's no perfect church. Christ complimented them on the things they were doing right and pointed out to them things they were doing wrong. And there wasn't a church that he found that was doing everything right. If you have a good evening. And by the way, that's the same today. There's no perfect church. The only perfect church is going to be the church that's in heaven. Because there's no perfect people. You know, so if you think you're in a perfect church, read the 2nd chapter of Revelation. Okay. You say, well, I wasn't one of the 7 churches. Well, if you're part of Christ's church on the earth, it's not perfect. I was raised in a church of God holiness, and they tried to promote John Wesley's doctrine of perfection, and I'm not going to go into the details, but it was far less than perfection, I can tell you that, what was going on in that church. Hope you have a good evening.